So I appreciate your time. I know we're talking about home improvement projects, and summer's here, so you're getting us started. So what maintenance project should be our priority this summer?
Yeah, maintenance is all about prevention and saving you money in the short term and the long term, and also just making you more comfortable. So one of the projects we always recommend at Angie based on our cost data, because it has a great payback, is weatherproofing. So this is as simple as caulking and weather stripping your doors and windows. This is going to help that AC stay in this summer and the heat this winter, and ultimately save you big time on those utility bills. Another great idea that's a little bit more fun is thinking about those outdoor entertaining areas. So your deck, your patio, your fences. Think about restaining or resealing or repairing any damaged areas so that they're in tip-top shape when you have friends and family over this summer. I know we're all excited to do that after a year plus of not being able to socialize much. And we see a ton of requests at Angie for these types of services this time of year, because folks are so anxious to get outside. So that's a great one to take on.
Sounds great. Now, is there anything that we should not delay at this time of the year for projects?
You know, some projects that can be really smart to take on are projects that are a little bit off season. So you're going to have an easier time finding a pro and getting an appointment at the time of your choice, and you might save some money by booking things that aren't really at peak demand right now. So at Angie, we track what is most popular season by season, and we see a surge in demand for handyman tasks in the fall. So think about this summer, if you can get some of those general handyman to-dos checked off and book that handyman now before there's a rush as folks try to get things in before winter hits. Another great idea, if you're like me, you might have put it off a little bit this spring, is gutter cleaning. So that's a really popular one in the spring and fall. But right now in the summer, if you skipped it this spring, it's a great time to go ahead and check it off the list.
Great. Now, how should we prioritize, in the budget to, work on our maintenance projects?
Yeah, well, I think do those things if you know something is going on and it could be causing more permanent damage that's going to be costly to fix in the long term. Just nip it in the bud now. So get those things that are already top of mind for you off the list. Another thing that you can do is visit Angie.com, where we have lots of great cost data that can help you sort of understand how much different projects are going to cost so that you can work it into your budget from a priority perspective. And then lastly, I'd use your personal comfort. So think about what projects are going to make your day-to-day a little bit more pleasant. Even though we're getting out more, we're still spending a lot of time at home. And so even things like painting or doing some minor cosmetic things, if they're going to bring a little bit more joy to your day, they're often worth prioritizing.
So for new homeowners, what are some of the first projects that they should undertake?
Yes, I am one of those millennial first-time home buyers from the past year, so I can really relate to this one. One of the first projects that we took on when we bought our house about a year ago is rekeying all the locks. I can say from my personal experience and from our cost data at Angie that this is a relatively low-cost thing that really helps you sleep easier because you never know who the prior owner might have given a key to. Also, this market is wild, and we are seeing people waive inspections because they are in competitive auctions to get these homes. And so oftentimes the buyer needs to do an inspection after they've purchased the home to just understand the state of things. In talking to home inspectors at Angie, this is becoming more and more common, and that can really help to give you that to-do list with cost estimates so that you can sort of check things off. One other thing is if you have the luxury of some time between your closing and your move-in, definitely think about knocking out those projects that are just kind of a pain to have done when you're living in the home. So whether that's painting, new flooring, or any sort of renovation in your kitchen or bath, which are spaces you're going to want to use from day one, get those out of the way before you move in.
Great ideas. I know there's a lot of new homeowners right now and a lot of homes being sold and purchased. So that's great. So in our household, we can do some things, we can't do some things. So, how do we decide, when you can do a DIY or when you should call a pro?
Yeah, it's a great question. At Angie, we have a great tip called the 3 T's: time, tools, and talent. My husband tells me I'm a broken record. Every time he comes up with a new weekend project, I say, Kevin, do you have the time, the tools, and the talent? The answer for him is usually no. But all joking aside, it is really important to think about, do you have the time to research this project and get it done right? Do you have the tools already that you're going to need? Because oftentimes renting or buying tools can outweigh the cost of hiring an expert from the start. And then finally, do you have the talent? Once you understand what's involved, do you feel confident you can do this project really well and not end up causing more damage and being out the cash to get it fixed by that expert pro?
I love the 3 T's. So I guess where can we go for more information?
Yes, please visit Angie.com or the Angie app. We have tons of project ideas, cost estimates, and access to hundreds of thousands of expert pros who can help you knock out that summer to-do list.
Great. Thank you for your time, and we'll start tackling our summer projects.
Awesome. Great to meet you.
Thank you.